If you've spent the last few evenings scrolling through endless listings, reading specs that look the same, and still can't decide which robotic pool cleaner actually earns its hype, this review is for you. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been in the same spot, torn between a pricey brand name and a more modest option that promises the same results, and the fear of ending up with a machine that just sits in the corner while your pool still needs a hand scrub has been real. In today's video, I'll walk through exactly how the EliteBloom Robotic Pool Cleaner behaves once it's out of the box, and why that matters for your weekend swim schedule. First, let's talk about the problem pool owners keep running into. A traditional suction cleaner ties up a hose to your filter, which means you're constantly watching the filter gauge, adjusting the hose, and dealing with clogs from leaves or hair. A cordless, self-driving robot sounds like the perfect solution, but the market is flooded with units that either run out of juice after 10 minutes or get stuck on a single spot and never finish the job. The biggest hidden trade-off is usually battery capacity versus cleaning power, and whether the robot can actually navigate a flat-bottom pool without constant manual nudging. That's why the real-world test matters more than the advertised square-foot rating. The EliteBloom model tries to bridge that gap with a few key design choices. It carries a 9,000 mAh battery, which the manufacturer says should last up to 240 minutes on a full charge. In practice, that translates to roughly a full cleaning cycle for a pool under 150 square feet, which is the limit the unit advertises. The dual-drive motors each power an independent scraper, so the robot can tackle both the floor and the walls in a single pass. What sets it apart from many cheaper competitors is the intelligent self-parking algorithm. Once the cleaning cycle is done, the unit senses the nearest wall and docks itself without you having to chase it around the pool. The whole thing weighs just 9.8 pounds, making it light enough for a single person to lift out of the water, which is a nice surprise if you're used to heftier units that need two people to handle. Now, let's picture a typical weekend scenario. Imagine a family of 4 with a 12-24-foot in-ground pool that's used most evenings. They usually spend about 15 minutes skimming the surface, then another 20-30 minutes vacuuming with a handheld wand before the kids jump in. With the EliteBloom set up, they plug it in once a week, let it run while they're at a backyard barbecue, and come back to a pool that's already been scrubbed on the floor and walls. The battery held up for the full 240-minute window, and the robot returned to its dock without any hiccups. Because it's cordless, there's no need to thread a hose through the pump housing, which saves a few minutes of fiddling each time you start a cleaning session. The weight also means the kids can help pull it out for storage without a struggle, turning what could be a chore into a quick task. Who should consider this robot? First, owners of modest-sized, flat-bottom pools who want a sit-and-forget cleaning routine without committing to a high-end brand. If you're already comfortable with a basic suction vacuum but are tired of the constant hose management, the EliteBloom offers a clear upgrade. It also appeals to people who value a lightweight design. The under 10-pound weight means you won't need a second set of hands to lift it out after each cycle. On the other hand, if you have a larger pool, a complex shape with steps, or a deep end that exceeds the 150 square feet rating, you'll likely run into the battery ceiling or miss spots the robot can't reach. Likewise, anyone who expects a robot that will replace all manual cleaning, like spot-treating algae blooms, should temper expectations. The EliteBloom does a solid job on routine debris but still benefits from occasional surface skimming. The practical strengths are evident in day-to-day use. The long battery life means you can run it while you're having a grill session, and the self-parking feature eliminates the "where did it go" moment that can happen with older models that need you to guide them back manually. The dual scrapers provide a noticeable difference on stubborn sand or fine grit.